And it's also Black History Month.
And this morning, Nurse Christina Paris from the VA will be covering a little bit of both about both topics in this week's Nursing the North. So good morning, Nurse Christina.
Good
Thanks
morning.
so much for being here today.
Good morning. So we're going to learn a lot from you today. I'm really excited. We have a lot of different topics. But first of all, you have a little history to give us about the first African-American nurse.
Right, absolutely. So her name was Mary Eliza Mahoney, and she was the daughter of freed slaves that moved from North Carolina up to Boston, and graduated in when she was 33 from nursing school. Yep, and she was the first African-American female of the 42 people who started this program with her. Only 4 people graduated, and she was one of 4. So not only going back to school at 33, which is really old, even today's standards, to get a degree and start a new profession, but she also was one of 4 people to graduate. So pretty exciting there. She really paved the way. And it's important that we shed light on this because 2 out of every 5 African-American adults have hypertension. So it is something that when we talk about genetics and we talk about ethnicity in certain disease processes, this is one of them. So it's important to know about hypertension and how to treat it.
Of course.
Fantastic.
And so she's definitely an inspiration.
Absolutely.
And something that all nurses do is take blood pressure. So you're actually going to give us a little show and tell today with Angela.
So one of the reasons that I thought this was important is because we often ask you to check your blood pressure at home. So what first thing is, okay. Yeah, we didn't get her the right.
I did not wear the right dress for this today. I am sorry.
You do want to go against the bare skin. You want to sit with your feet flat on the ground.
I'm in heels, but they're as flat as I can be.
That's right. And you want to relax. So you don't want to talk. Oh wow, this one, so we can't even do it because her arm is too little.
She's so little.
So that is one thing that's really important to note, that you want to have a blood pressure cuff that fits, because if it's not the proper fit, you're not going to get an accurate blood pressure. So that's something that we would do. That's okay. That's okay. I just really wanted to show people how to do it when they're at home.
Yeah, and it's something that's easy to do. It's also something that's available in some different stores. You know, if you could go to Walgreens, you can check your blood pressure there. Or, you know, they have a lot of different units on the market that you can just have with you at home.
Absolutely, and you want to talk to your provider about how often they want you to check your blood pressure if you were diagnosed with hypertension.
Of course. And could you just explain really quickly again, though, what does it mean if you do have hypertension?
So for those who aren't aware, so hypertension, when we, if you think of a garden hose, and when we bend the garden hose, it kind of backs up that pressure. So when our blood vessels are trying to pump blood throughout the body, if we have plaque or different disease processes that can cause our blood vessels, which are muscles actually, to be hard, it can cause that pressure to back up. And when that happens, it causes a lot of stress on our bodies, it causes a lot of stress on our heart. We're not getting the blood pumped to all of the cells that need it for oxygen and to function properly. So it's super important.
Yeah, a lot of negative effects.
Absolutely.
So it's important to know your numbers.
Untreated over time, it can really be damaging.
Yeah, it's good information to know, so thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We really appreciate it, as always. Thank you. Alrighty.